Hello my friend, I hope this video finds you well. Okay, so I've just recently finished a mix. I want to check how it's sounding on lots of different formats. Ordinarily I might jump in the car, but I've hurt my leg. All of this is completely true. I've got sciatic pain down my left leg and it's sore. Don't want to hop in the car, don't really want to go for a walk with my earbuds. What am I going to do? Let's use Audified Mix Checker Ultra and dive straight in. So I checked out a more simplified version of Mix Checker Ultra, must have been a couple of years ago. Found it really useful, actually, surprisingly useful. I think it had about 12 or 16 different devices. This thing, however, is absolutely loaded with devices. Check them out. They've all got kind of slightly encrypted titles, but you can probably guess what most of these monitors are. We've got some of the Presonus Eris stuff here, the 5-inch and the 7-inch. They kind of put them in things like affordable studio monitors with a powerful output for professional use kind of stuff. So they give you a bit of an idea. M Audio. They've got the Kali LP6 inch, which is interesting because I'm using the 8s and I'm really familiar with the 6s too. I've also got the Presonus Eris as well, so we'll do a little compare in a minute. Genel X with some focus there, so this really interests me too. You've got the Yamaha white cone vintage, super handy for mid-range, checking the mid-range of your mix, your yellow cones, KRKs, etc. You get the idea. But you know, this is when this plugin gets really helpful. You've also got all these different speakers. You've got a lot of TVs, desktop speakers, gaming laptops, tablets, phones, earbuds, all the things that your listeners are going to be listening on, and it's all simulated through this one plugin. Is it going to be exactly the same because you're always using your monitors at the end of the day? It's playing through your monitors in your room or your headphones? Probably not. Is it going to be tremendously useful? I think so, because the last time I used an Audified Mix Checker, it was a really big win. Now, at the end of the day, are you going to be going through each version of how you sit in a car and what version of car, and should you listen to it in a minivan and a car, or about 20 different sets of headphones? Probably not. But is it really handy to have them all there? Absolutely, because if you hit the ballpark, your mix hits the ballpark with most of these listening environments, and you're just checking that the bass isn't going wild, the vocals aren't just crazy high or more likely crazy low, that your guitars, your mid-range instruments are coming through and sounding balanced, and basically everything's sounding and working well on most of these devices, then you know your mix is going to be pretty sound. Let's take a listen, shall we? So if I just switch this off for now, here's my mix.
You taste like my home, and you'd make
just waiting for the drums to kick in. So let's now compare the sound of my mix with it running through the white cone vintage.
Already in love with you. What do I do? You run far too far.
There's the bass.
You dance just like no one's looking, and you're all broken.
So already I think that's super handy. Pushes the mid-range forward. This kind of bass disappears quite a lot, but the whole kind of mix still sounds like it comes across pretty well. Let's go over to these earbuds. We've got a whole bunch of different earbuds here. Let's do in-ear monitors as well. Classic pods. Let's take a listen in those.
Like a ragdoll stand.
So it really simulates that pods right up in your ear, so you're getting a lot of bass.
In trusted hands, won't you stay? 'Cause I shiver without you, and every word you wrote, 'cause all the stars are hung around you.
Sounds a touch bass heavy for me on those pods. Might want to take the vocal up like 1 dB, 2 dB or so as well. Something to think about, possibly a bit more compression on the bass. That's what this is all about, really, using this plugin. It just throws up some ideas so you can kind of get a feel outside of your listening environment. What about on a TV?
And now I watch them fall around a thousand flames in the hope that one remains. You don't soothe, baby.
Obviously no bass at all.
Now I'm doing alright.
But the song's coming across. Really like where the guitars are sitting on these mixes. What about if we go for a bigger TV? What difference does that make?
But I'm 3 steps behind. Thanks for asking if I'm dying right now. These days.
Just a little bit more low end, really. That's what that gave us. How about taking a listen on a tablet? Ooh.
Won't you stay? 'Cause I shiver without you and every word you.
Again, I'm kind of just listening for how well is this song coming across. I know on a lot of these systems, either say with the pods where I'm getting more bass, or a lot of these smaller speaker systems where it's just going to disappear. I'm still just checking, does the song come across well? A lot of that's actually to where the vocals are sitting as well. Let's try the phone.
Now I watch them fall around a thousand flames in the hope that one remains.
Let's check out some of the car simulations. So there's an affordable family car with basic audio setup. I love that. We've also got a luxury sedan with a premium listening experience. Let's give that a go.
He don't suit you, baby. He don't suit you, baby. Faceless traces fracture what you say.
That's okay. How about being a passenger of that sedan? Different experience.
Bleeding into colors I can't wash away.
It's interesting, eh? Definitely gives you a lot to think about. Let's just have another play around here. Let's use a system that like nobody listens to music on anymore, like hi-fis, which is sad. A little micro hi-fi. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just go back to these monitors. I want to compare a couple of them because I'm quite familiar with the Callies and the Presonus Eris 5s there. So let's take a listen to the Callies. Well, these were mixed mostly on the Cali 8, so that's kind of interesting. You would expect that this would sound pretty solid. That's pretty mad, actually, listening on these headphones, because that is quite similar to what I hear in my studio. Okay, let's bring up the Eris. I'm expecting, knowing the Eris, that definitely going to be less bass and a bit thinner, probably a bit brighter as well at the top. They just sound a bit more scooped compared to the Callies. I mean, I've got the 4.5, so maybe there's a difference there. But definitely a bit more scooped in the mid-range. Let me just show you. Let's choose one more of these. Well, the KRK 5s, which a lot of people have in their studios. Last time I used those a number of years ago, I always remember the KRK the sort of standard 5 inches sounding quite full on in the low end. So that's Audified Mix Checker Ultra. You've got a bunch of different options down here as well for metering and monitoring, but I just wanted to give you an overview of what it's all about and what it sounds like. Is it useful? I think so. I think it's just an easy one. You can just put the end of a mix just to help you check whether there's any real serious issues. You can get Audified Mix Checker Ultra obviously from the Audified side, but it is also now bundled in Lander Studio. So any of you guys with Lander Studio, you can grab this right now. If you haven't got Lander Studio and you're interested in getting Lander Studio, you can get 20% off it. There's a discount link below this video. I'll be talking about this plugin and a whole bunch of other stuff too in the next live stream. I think coming up, it should be the start of next week. If you want to get involved in that, if you want to get access to all the previous live streams, and if you want access to all my mixing courses that are going to help you to get better sounding mixes right now from your home studio, all of that is available. You just need to hit the join button below this video. Did you enjoy this video today? If you did, please do like and subscribe. If you want even more home studio production and music career help, then head over to realhomestudio.com. Whole bunch of resources there to help you out right now. And if you're interested in finding out more about the microphone that I used to record the vocals of this track with, you definitely want to stick around for this next video.